Built to Go Auto Pro. We are home of the all-exclusive taillight warranty. Cheers.
This whole gambit, man, believe it or not, everything that you're looking at is a complete accident. I was an office manager, clean shaven, cut hair. That's what I did. I managed offices. I was a lead, I was a supervisor, a couple call centers. And I knew that I'm looking at the reports for my bosses and I'm making them like 90 grand profit in their pocket after overhead and everything in their pocket within like a quarter. And I'm trying to talk them up to, an extra 5,000 on a year or something, you know what I mean, for a raise. Like, how can I do this for myself? Well, I've always had a passion and I've always liked helping people for the big thing, but I've also had a passion for like mechanics. So I've always just like tinkered on stuff and fixed stuff. And, why spend 800 bucks at the shop if I know I can borrow the part at Advanced Auto for 20 bucks and spend an hour putting it on and I'm done. So slowly that started building. It got to the point where my boss heard me turn down $800 worth of brake job because I was working. She's my bread and butter. I can't mess my job up. You know what I mean? Not for this.
It's guaranteed money.
Right. So she was like, we'll do 10-hour days, 4 days a week. You get Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. Bet. Let's roll with it.
I like right. Okay.
Well, they see me grow with all my little Facebook deals and stuff. So then they put it 3/12s, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to keep me at full-time status.
So you sleep one day and work.
No, I was Thursday through Sunday with Bill to Go, then back in the office on Monday morning with Greasy Nails. COVID happened. We was tied in with the DMV, so we had to shut down as well. So then I just put on Facebook like, hey man, I'm wide open like you guys are. I ain't got shit to do. I'm not wearing a mask. I blew up. That was the most profitable summer I've ever had. And then when they called me back, they was like, yeah, we're going back to work on Tuesday. I was like, I think I'm good where I'm at. I'm going to try this for a little while, And she's like, well, if you ever need a job, if it doesn't work out for whatever, you're definitely rehired. I was like, bet. That gives me a security blanket. You know what I mean? I've been there for like 13 years. So off I went. I had some friends talking to me that they was wanting to invest in Bill to Go, and they was going to put, X amount of dollars up from each one of them selling a house to buy a brand new work van. Chevy Express, 2500, 4x4, all the options. I can build it out with whatever toolbox I want for a royalty on the next 5 years of my jobs. But I mean, that's a way of paying them back. That's business. That's cool. Well, I'm sitting there thumbing through Facebook one day and I seen these pole barns. Well, then I remember one of my neighbors was building a pole barn. So I was like, this is going to last 80 years. A brand new vehicle is only going to get me like 10, 15, especially with the shit I do. So I was like, why don't we, I brought it up to them, 100% on board. So we sat here for like 2 or 3 months, planning it out, getting people in order, who's going to pay for what, how's this going to do. I'm telling them, like, guys, I'm the poor guy here. I have to work. So while you guys are trying to figure this out, I'm trying to figure out your payments. I got to work. I got shit to do. So they was cool. Well, lo and behold, it collapsed. The whole deal did. One house didn't sell in time. The other house didn't make the profit that it was supposed to. The entire time I'm sitting up here talking to my buddies. They're my best friends. The whole time I'm sitting up here talking, I've got other friends up here, and they've been eavesdropping. You know what I mean? Not really, but, we're on a small spot.
Right.
They came up to me and they said, hey, if they can't do it, we will. So that's how I got the financing for the shop.
Let's go. All right.
I sold my old house, took some of that money, put it in with this money. They copped me the rest. Here we are.
Right.
By the way, 2.5 years, no late payments. Anyhow, but after that, it's just been a continuous climb, man. I mean, it's whether we're doing our turkey giveaways or we're doing our Christmas parties for the orphanage, or we're in here trying to save some guy that's going from Maryland to Texas and he breaks down in northern Kentucky. We had a van that a young band had out of Youngstown, Ohio, the Vendies. They was going from Youngstown down to Louisville to perform a show. Stopped in northern Kentucky, of all places, to have lunch. Wouldn't you know, 9 people recommended Bill to go to get with us. Even a gentleman that works at Midas gave him our number. We got him taken care of. They made a nice little video for us too. We've got it posted. So I mean, it's not that I get to work on cars. They're not fun. It's aggravating. It pisses me off. You'll hear me say every cuss word under the sun. But like I was telling you before, it's when you hit that key and it starts and it does what it's supposed to be doing. The relief on the look on these people's eyes, that's the prize. You know what I mean? I might have made $200. You know what I mean? But in the long scheme of things, what's $200? But them being able to get to their show, save their contract, save their gig, save their everything they've been working for, and all I just did was put a starter on. You know what I mean? Made a couple $100. So helping them is what the biggest fulfillment out of that was. Same thing with the guy driving from Maryland to Texas on Christmas Eve. I had to put a fuel pump in out of O'Reilly Auto Parts parking lot. The guy voluntarily gave me twice as much as what I was asking for. You know what I mean? There's been times where my next plan, my next idea is going to cost me like $1,500. And I've got like $5 in my wallet. Dude, do you not know how many times God's put people in front of me and says, hey, this guy needs an engine and he's willing to pay you $2,000. So now you got some bill money and you got your goal accomplished all in one shot. And then dude comes and picks it up and it starts and it runs and it's perfect. And he's like, bro, you just saved me. I got stuff to do. Out he goes. Those are customers that turn into for life. You know what I mean? He comes to me for everything from an oil change to a flat tire to an engine rebuild. You know, if I tell him it's $10, it's $10. If I tell him it's 10 grand, he writes out a check for 10 grand. There's no questions asked. But everybody already knows, you know, we are Bill to Go Auto Pro, established 2018, and we are home of the all-exclusive taillight warranty. See them taillights? Warranty's over. You want a warranty? Go pay them receipt prices at CarX and the dealership. Have fun with that.